He told me I was the one, but his heart was a shared apartment. I found her hair in his car. He called it just a ride. I smiled, and my world quietly collapsed. It began with a text that wasn't meant for me, a name I didn't recognize, a heart emoji, a "see you soon, love." He was in the shower when it came through. Steam filled the hallway. His phone lit the counter like a confession caught in headlights. I stared. The words didn't sting at first. They just existed, foreign, fragile, too casual to destroy something as heavy as trust. But silence does strange things. It stretches, distorts, turns small things into shapes that stare back at you. When he came out, towel-wrapped, humming, I smiled, asked nothing. He kissed me, wet and warm, and I tasted the beginning of the end. Suspicion doesn't scream, it whispers. The scent of someone else's perfume in his car, a hair too long to be mine, curling against the passenger seat. He called it a coworker. I nodded, pretending to believe him, pretending to breathe. That night, he held me like a secret he was trying to remember. His heartbeat was steady, mine wasn't. I closed my eyes and watched the ceiling move in slow, endless loops. There are moments you can feel your life splitting apart, quietly, invisibly, like silk torn by invisible hands. I didn't cry. I observed. I began to plan. The next morning, I cleaned his car. He had left in a rush. Meetings, he said. Deadlines, he said. I opened the glove compartment and found a receipt. A coffee shop 2 blocks from her office. 2 drinks, 1 blueberry muffin. He hates blueberries. She doesn't. I traced her name from the receipt like a ritual. Sonia. It looked harmless. Most betrayals do, at first. I didn't confront him. Not yet. People reveal more when you let them believe you know nothing. Days passed. I studied patterns, departure times, tone shifts, eye contact. I became a silent scientist dissecting the anatomy of deceit. He grew nervous without knowing why, started locking his phone, turning away to text. He thought he was being careful. He didn't realize I was already watching the reflection in the window every night. His fingers typing, deleting, typing again. I created a second number, texted her, simple words. He told me I was the one. She didn't reply. Not at first. But guilt always looks for an audience. 2 days later, she wrote back. I didn't know he was still with you. Still. The word burned. I asked nothing else. I didn't need to. Truth rarely needs translation. It only needs silence long enough to be heard. I collected evidence like a curator. Phone records, location histories, late-night calls that lasted 23 minutes exactly. His lies were symmetrical, almost artistic. One evening, he came home late again, said he was stuck in traffic. I looked at the window. Dry, windless, empty street. I just smiled, poured him a drink, watched him drink it, watched his eyes flicker when he met mine. Rough day? I asked. Yeah, he sighed. Clients. I nodded, and in my mind I measured the distance between the man I loved and the stranger he had become. It was shorter than I thought. Weeks later, I met Sonia, in person, by accident, or so she believed. I knew her schedule, her route, her preferred coffee order. She looked like me, in a cruel way. Same hair length, same perfume once, maybe borrowed from his car. We spoke like strangers. She didn't recognize me. But when she said his name, I watched her lips tremble, half guilt, half memory. I thanked her for the coffee and left. Some truths you don't speak aloud. You let them rot quietly in the space between 2 heartbeats. The breaking point came on a Thursday. He left his laptop open, mid-call, mid-lie. Her voice came through the speaker, soft, careless, calling him baby. He froze when he saw me standing there. Time split open. I didn't yell, didn't cry, just closed the laptop. The sound echoed like a coffin lid. He followed me to the kitchen, words spilling uselessly. "It's not what you think. They mean nothing. You're overreacting." Every sentence was a different version of, "Please don't leave me yet." I turned, finally meeting his eyes, and said the only truth left: I already did. That night I placed the photos, messages, and receipts in an envelope, left it on his pillow, a silent autopsy of our love. No note, no explanation, just the evidence of everything he killed. He came home past midnight, found the envelope. I watched from the doorway as he opened it, panic blooming slow across his face. His hands shook, his breath turned shallow. He whispered my name like an apology that arrived too late. I waited until he looked up. "You told me I was the one," I said. "I believed you. That was my mistake." He tried to reach for me. I stepped back. His touch no longer meant warmth, it meant infection. I left quietly. No slammed doors, no tears, just the soft click of finality. Outside, the night air was cold and honest. For the first time in months, so was I. Behind me, I knew he would crumble. Men like him don't fear being caught, they fear being seen. And I had stripped him bare, every lie exposed, every illusion dissolved. He would wake tomorrow to silence, to an empty bed, an unlocked phone, and the memory of my calm face watching him break. That silence would eat him alive. Because silence, when it comes from the one you betrayed, is the purest form of revenge. I didn't forgive him. I didn't destroy him. I simply withdrew my presence, the oxygen his lies had thrived on. That is the truest punishment, to let them live with the version of themselves you saw when the mask fell. Now, when I pass that coffee shop, I still see the table where they sat. 2 cups, 1 blueberry muffin. I don't feel anger anymore, just recognition. That was the day I died, and the day I was reborn into something colder, sharper, free. Love made me gentle. Betrayal made me precise. He told me I was the one. He was right. I am. Just not for him.